Alright, as you can see, I've got the rear disc swap complete on the 89 SI. There were a couple of hiccups along the way. I went ahead and bled the brakes off camera. Nothing special about that. Just used a little hand pump vacuum bleeder back here. So all that is working just as expected. The setbacks were the bolt that was seized in the driver's side shock mount. The bushing down there was it was just seized up in there, so I had to take the shock out, and I was going to press that bushing out because I do have a spare bushing, but I was really feeling kind of sketched out on the press. I was pressing really hard, had a lot of pressure on it, and it wasn't breaking free, so I went ahead and just said, oh, forget that. I'm going to end up replacing the control arms on this car anyway, as well as the coilovers. So I went ahead and just stuck an EG rear lower control arm in there, so the rear sway bar is not mounted up. No big deal. I'm just going to be moving this thing around the garage while I work on it. So that's really what the goal was to get this thing drivable and movable again with the brakes and the disc swap complete, so that is out of the way. The other issue is really the e-brake cables on this thing. It's really hard to get the e-brake cables run underneath the car and get that, I guess you call it a grommet, in the hole, because it's so tight and it's such a hard space to get to underneath the car that it's a huge pain. I did get it successfully, but it took a while and it is kind of frustrating. That's something that you really got to work with if you want to get that sealed up and watertight, because that's really what that grommet is for, is to keep the water out of the cabin. So those e-brake cables were aftermarket, brand new aftermarket e-brake cables I bought maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago. They came from Europe. I do not have a link for those because they are discontinued everywhere, and you really cannot find those anymore. The best bet is just to find a set of used OEM cables, or potentially using some other cables for a rear disc conversion on an EG or a Del Sol or something like that, or a DA. Those are too long, but you can kind of work them around and cross them over, and they will work, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but that is just what I've heard. I've never tried that. I've always just tried to find the aftermarket or OEM cables. That's probably going to be the best bet to get everything just lined up just right. Now, this is all done, so the car is going to be rollable again, so I will be able to move into the next phase of this project, which is probably going to be tearing the interior out and just getting started on some of the tear down while keeping the car mobile in and out of the garage, because I do have two cars I do have to pull in. So thanks for sticking around. I know it's been a while since I did the last video. This project has kind of dragged on. I'm excited to move on to the next phase. So we'll see you in the next video.